Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos. So, put your hands up if you went to Cats at the Artscape Theatre. Meow. So, if you didn't, you missed a great production. Some of you maybe have been to Cats in years past. It was absolutely magnificent. And I thought to myself, let me give a Devar Torah about the connection between Cats the musical and Parshat Sh'mot, this week's Torah portion. Surprisingly, there are no cats in the Bible. I'm sorry to disappoint you. There are lots of there are lots of dogs. Dogs come up all the way around. They're scattered all around the Bible. No cats. And while you might think that this is Jewish prejudice against cats, that is definitely not the case. Lots of famous rabbis' cats. I have a cat who is a very literary cat, loves to sleep on a siddur or a chumash or whatever is available that is Jewishly connected, and during lockdown even had the chance once to sleep on the Torah, which we had in our house. But I'm getting off the point. Cats. Mr. Katz. Where does the surname Katz come from if there are no cats in the Tanakh? Well, it's an acronym of Kohen Tzedek, the righteous Kohen. So if someone has the surname Katz, like Kohanovitz or Cohen, it is likely, possible, maybe, hopefully, that their father's great-grandfather's great-great-great-great-grandfather was Aaron the Cohen, not prominent yet in this week's Torah portion, but certainly coming to be so. So, where do the cats come, and what's the connection to the Parsha? By the way, just a quick sidebar. Why are there no cats in the Bible? I did Google that and try and look around. There are theories, given that cats were venerated in Egypt, even a god in Egypt, that those authors and editors responsible for the Tanakh felt that it was a good idea to leave the cats out. Dogs okay, cats not so good. But let's go to the Parsha and to more serious themes. So, if you know the musical, the second to opening number is from T.S. Eliot's poem about the naming of cats. And if you listen carefully, you will hear that, according to T.S. Eliot, cats have three names. They have the name that we humans call them, which is their everyday name. They have their special name. So the rum-tum tugger, the curious cat, magical Mr. Mistopheles. These are their special names. And then they have the third name, which is their secret name. And that we will never learn, because only the cat knows their secret name. Now, I didn't get a chance to ask T.S. Eliot. Yes, I know he was an anti-Semite, but let's stay on the theme of cats right now. I didn't get to ask T.S. Eliot, do other cats know each other's secret names? So I don't know, but I'm curious about that. I would like to know. But let's stick with what we do know. According to T.S. Eliot and the musical, the naming of cats and the cats' names is essential to who they are. The central story of Cats is about Grisabella the glamour cat, who at the beginning of the musical is shunned and ignored and distanced and exiled from the rest of the Jellicle cats. And by the end, of course, she is chosen by Deuteronomy, of course, if you've seen the musical, to go up to the Heaviside layer to live an eternal life of cats. So where does this connect? Sh'mot, as I said earlier, literally means names. Our Torah portion begins, Va'ele Sh'mot B'nai Israel. These are the names of the children of Israel who came from Canaan, came down from Canaan to Mitzrayim. So names begin the Torah portion, and yet when we meet the Israelites in Egypt after 400 years of slavery, there are no names. There is no sense that this people knows who they are. In fact, so often you'll see not knowing in this week's Torah portion. A Pharaoh arose that did not know Joseph. It seems like nobody knows Names disappear. It's only in chapter 2 when we meet a man and a woman from the tribe of Levi, no names. We learn later on that that's Moses' parents, and that's Yocheved and Amram, but at this stage, no names. What is not known seems to be more prominent than what is known. And this is the result of slavery. This is the result of exile. This is the result of not knowing who we are. That's where we find the Israelites. So much so that when Moses speaks to them about leaving Egypt, they don't want to leave. They don't want to trust. Because this God that Pharaoh doesn't know, they don't know either. So just like the musical of Cats is about how can we return and restore names to those who are unnamed, even this cat who has been, or initially distanced herself, but has been distanced from her people, to name her, to recognize her, to see her, to acknowledge her. So too, the book of Exodus is about our people finding themselves, learning their names, learning what it means to be Yisrael, the God-wrestling people, learning what it means to be an Ivri, a boundary crosser, a Hebrew, learning how as a people that has a name and tribes that have names and a history, they are able to liberate themselves from slavery. So the journey of our Parsha is our journey too. Famously, the poem by Zelda, L'chol ish yesh shem, for every person there is a name. We have so many names. Names that we are called and names that we call ourselves. Names that are given to us by the jobs that we do, by the instruments that we play, by the words that we share, by the way that we speak and are, by the friends that we have and the family that recognizes us, our Hebrew names and our English names, all of these and our Spanish names, all of these names that we have in our lives. Each time we name ourselves, each time we name the person that sits next to us and that we speak to, we are recognizing their humanity. We are recognizing our right to exist in this world and to be the person that we are. A person that is made in the image of God and has a right to be recognized. And the trend in this world right now is the opposite. It's to unname. It's to remove humanity. It's to dehumanize. It's to not see the person, but to sweep away with an adjective. Our job is to rename. Sh'mot teaches us to know who we are, to recognize the humanity in every person, that no one should ever be a slave, whether we do that to ourselves or somebody else does that to us. So this Shabbos, may I bless us all, that we will recognize the value of all of our names, the many lessons that we learn from all of those names, and that we'll have the opportunity to spend time with those that we love and those that maybe we have not got to know, that we will learn their names, who they are. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Good Shabbos.